So a good test for both teams with playoff implications on the line, as we'll see the number 16 team in the land, the Wisconsin Badgers, taking on the winners of 5 straight, the Michigan Wolverines. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined here in the booth by Kirk Street. Kirk, let's get to the action on the field. The Wolverines will kick this away to get us going. And it's fielded. Returner trying to create a big play here. Solid coverage here. They get it at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. That's why this is such a tough place for visitors to play. He moves the ball across the 20 to the 22.
Chris, I know it's the first play of the game, but boy, nice job by this offensive line. The back gets behind him, picks up some positive yards.
Just underway, and this home crowd is fired up and ready to make a difference today. Takes the handoff again. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. They don't block the defensive end, who shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
But they don't connect. It's incomplete, and it brings up 4th down.
Gosh, Chris, I just love this atmosphere. The home field advantage on full display. The defense flying around with energy. Nice job there on that 3rd down of using the energy from the crowd to make that stop.
And the returner brought down by the coverage team. First down here for this offense. Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. They make the tackle, but that's a solid gain. Moves the ball to the 34.
Of course they're going to pick up the first down by running the football. You think about Michigan, you think so many legacy, incredible backs that they've had over the years. Tim Biakabatuka and Tyrone Wheatley and Leroy Horde. Man, so many good backs have come through Ann Arbor.
They stop him at the 22. This offense in great scoring position now.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
He's escaping the pocket now. And he just throws it away incomplete. Didn't see anybody open. Going to bring up 2nd down.
Man, the defense took everything away from him. What do you expect him to do? He can't force the ball into traffic and potentially throw the interception. Does a good job of getting out of the pocket, away from the pressure, and just throw the ball away. See what happens on this next down.
It's incomplete. He took a hit as he threw the football, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Never underestimate a defensive lineman's ability to play the passing lanes. Smart defensive linemen keep an eye on the quarterback, and if they see the ball coming out, they're able to get those big, long arms up and try to get a piece of it.
Downfield shot falls incomplete. Couldn't quite connect there.
Hey, it's an incompletion, but it's a nice job by the quarterback. I know it didn't pan out, but the most important thing is he didn't turn the football over and he didn't take a sack. It'll give your kicker a chance to put some points on the board if they opt for the field goal here on 4th down.
No problem. Knocks it right through. It breaks the scoreless tie here, makes it 3-0. We come away with 3 points on the drive, and now the kickoff team will boot it away. Looks like the returner will try and field this one. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. And the Wisconsin offense back out on the field. We're coming off a quick 3-and-out, so looking to put something together on this drive with a little more urgency. He hands it off from the gun. Gets some space around the 30. And a big game before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs. Well, they trust the left side of that offensive line and come up with a huge play on the ground.
Yeah, your favorite, Chris, here. The old pin and pull there to the left side. Great blocking on the left side, able to create a great push. Nice crease, and the back found that with the vision and picks up some big yards for that first down.
First down, looking to throw the football. There's contact on the throw. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Good pass rush there on first down.
Well, it's pretty simple. The defensive line does a great job of getting after the quarterback and forcing him into that incompletion.
Looking to pass here on second down. He's moving out of the pocket now. And this pass is caught. Breaking free at the 35. That's a big play. Moves the ball down inside the 30.
Boy, nice job here by this offense, creating an opportunity for this receiver to excel after the catch. It's early in this game, so this defense better get their...
And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. Makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Wisconsin. And they'll set up for the PAT. The extra point makes it a 4-point game. Getting set to kick the ball off now. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. Michigan offense comes back out on the field. Remember, it was a field goal in the last possession. Let's see what they can come up with this time. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Looking to scramble now. He'll avoid the big hit with the slide.
Chris, watch him work through his progressions here. Finds the first and the second option aren't there. By the third option, he's got to pull it down and try to pick up some positive yards, of which he did, and then he slides down to avoid the big hit.
And the pass is dropped. Would have been a big gain, but he couldn't hold on. The offense now operating in empty.
Chris, I thought he had his hands on that football. I thought he was going to come down with it. But give the defense all the credit with a big hit to knock that ball loose.
The receiver makes the catch. They bring him down quickly, a short pitching catch to get a little bit closer to the marker. Quarterback in the shotgun here on third down. Catch made over the middle. The gain is not enough for first down, so it brings up a 4th and short. And the Wolverines will line up to boot it away. And he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Ball lands right at the 1-yard line and bounces into the end zone for a touchback. And the Wisconsin offense is back out on the field. They were able to punch it in the end zone last time, looking to do the same thing here. We'll see if the defense can make adjustments. Breaking tackles. That gain moves the ball out near the 25.
Hey, listen, you don't always have to have big plays to be successful. It's a nice, solid gain here. Keeps you on schedule, and you get ready for that next play.
The gain makes it 2nd and medium. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. And that pass rush has trapped him. It's a sack.
I like how this defense is bringing pressure from all over the field. And that's the key in putting together a good defensive strategy. On this play, it came from the outside linebacker, and he gets to the quarterback.
And this crowd coming to life here, trying to help the defense get a stop with the offense pinned back. And he's looking to make a big play downfield. And it's intercepted. Beautiful timing there. Look out, he's got some space. So a great return following the pick. They're finally able to get him down.
Well, your best player's got to make big plays in these kind of moments, and that's what happened right here with this defensive back. The offense in a tie game in the red zone, looking at points, and instead, the defense with the interception. In a tie game, their offense now has the ball.
They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What's an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well do you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
Offense getting set for a second down here to begin the quarter. They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. Catch made on the right side. Brought down, but the completion moves the ball inside the 10-yard line. Defense getting pushed back.
Love the timing here between the quarterback and his receiver. Pick up some positive yards, and I continue to be impressed with just the chemistry between these two.
Cannot escape that ferocious pass rush. It's a sack.
That is outstanding defense to be able to leverage this quarterback. That is a tough thing to do. This guy's as fleet-footed as any quarterback in the country, and to be able to bring him down for a loss like that is a major accomplishment.
The kick is good. He knocked it right down the middle.
Oh, Chris, it's a nice kick here to polish off that drive with at least 3 points up on the board.
And this won't be returnable out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And here comes the Badgers offense back out on the field. This offense trying to bounce back. The last possession ended in a pick. Pressure is coming. Able to get the pass away, but took a hit that time.
Well, the offensive coordinator with the right call, trying to take a shot there, but just poor execution. They couldn't come up with a big play. Let's see if the coach tries it again later, or maybe in the second half.
So, second down after the incompletion. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw it. Looking right, this one caught. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Chris, you can see when the offensive line does their job and gives this quarterback time to throw, you're going to see plays like this and first downs for the Badgers offense. They've had some good ones over the years. Very efficient. Of course, Russell Wilson is the name that stands out, but they've had others. Scott Tolzien, Darrell Bevel, Jim Sorgi, Brooks Bollinger. Good quarterback play that always seems to make the right decision.
Second down play coming up. Here's the snap, looking to throw here. Nice grab. It's Proctor. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion.
Well, that time they're able to work the slot across the field on the drag. Precise route and a good throw.
Play action fake. Looking to throw. Fires it to the wideout. Catch is made down the middle. And they tackle him, but not before a huge gain down near the 26.
Well, it's third down. The defense knows he's going to get the ball. You still can't stop the quarterback finding this receiver to be able to pick up another first down for this offense.
And the Badgers pick up enough yardage for a first down. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. They make the stop to get the ball carrier down. Important second down play coming up. Here's the snap, looking to throw. He's moving out of the pocket. And it's the senior getting home with the sack.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on the quarterback there. That was a strong safety sneaking in. I don't think the quarterback saw him, and eventually comes home with a sack.
7th play of the drive coming up, but it is 3rd down and long. And he'll set up to throw. He's running out of time here. And the pass rush has got him again, back-to-back sacks. And now the defense decides to spend a timeout to regroup a bit.
No, that's the one thing about a guy that always feels that he can rely on his legs. He's always trying to make a play, and this time he just wasn't able to get away from the defense, and that is a big loss for the offense.
And the coverage team makes the stop on this return. Wolverines offense is back on the field. They settled for a field goal in the last possession. They're looking for the end zone, no doubt, here. Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. And the defense able to hold him there to a short gain.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound, and it's really solid defense on that play.
Caught over the middle. It's Thomas. Solid gain there. Moves the ball out to the 32. That's the 2-minute warning here before halftime as the offense tries to cut into this lead. The first down play call. How aggressive will it be? Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. Short pass finds the tight end. A huge hit by the linebacker. A collision of big bodies there. 2nd down after that short completion. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside handoff. And he's tackled right at the 40-yard line.
Man, you know, the back gets a lot of the attention here, and he's a good back. I love to see that offensive line win the battle of the line of scrimmage.
The offense now looking at a 3rd and short from their own 40, trying to keep this drive going. A pop pass on the jet sweep. And the defense grabs him after the completion. He's just short of a first down. And now the defense will call a timeout before this critical down just to get everybody on the same page. The Wolverines will line up to punt it away. And he'll kick it away now for the 2nd time. And the returner is tackled by this punt coverage team. And the Wisconsin offense back out on the field. Let's see how the offense plays it here. Not much time remaining if they want to get a chunk play, put him in scoring position before the half. First down, looking to throw the ball. Quarterback escapes the pocket. They pressure him and get him. The loss back to the 7-yard line.
This is good pressure by the defense, but it just felt like the quarterback was holding on to the ball a little bit too long, which allowed the defense to get home.
Pass protection a serious issue. Another sack makes it 2nd and long. And they heave it deep downfield. That deep shot is caught for a big gain. And a huge gain before he's forced out of bounds. Big yardage to set up a fresh set of downs. Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. Offense looking to throw the ball. Looking to scramble. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks. More than enough for a first down.
Love the aggressive mindset from the play caller here on first down. Take a shot downfield. The only thing is, they're all covered. Nobody's open. He gets flushed out of the pocket, decides to run towards the boundary and gets out of bounds, and a good gain and a first down.
He's moving out of the pocket, trying to get the throw off. Able to throw it away. He felt the heavy pressure, took a hit, but got rid of the football.
Now, sometimes an answer for an offensive coordinator against a good pass rush is to move the launching point, move the quarterback from one spot to another to affect the rhythm of the pass rush. That's not having any kind of impact at all on this defense. They're getting after this quarterback no matter where he is.
Tremendous toughness here. So a timeout is called. Just a few seconds left here in the first half. The offense comes back out there. Not much time left. Perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half. On first down, it's play action. Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off. Defense shoves him out of bounds. Not much of a gain there.
Boy, he was close to getting to that corner and picking up some big yards, but the defense does a good job of getting him out of bounds.
So on second down, they'll try out the field goal unit, trying to get 3 before halftime. This one is right through.
Snap, the hold, the kick, everything there perfect to put 3 points up here for the offense.
So here's the kickoff now. Offense settling for 3, tacking on a little bit of momentum before the halftime break. And the returner elects to fair catch it. No return. This will likely be the last play of the half. On first and 10, looking to throw. Running out of, looking for a deep completion. And it falls incomplete. They tried for a big chunk play on the final play of the period. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. The Badgers will kick this away to start the second half. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. Tackled at the 22. Good job by the coverage team. And the Michigan offense back out on the field. First play of the second half, they keep it on the ground. And he's stopped after gaining 4 yards. So second and 6.
Nice job here of controlling the line of scrimmage by this offensive line. The back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on first down.
Again, he makes it second and medium. It's an option look. The back's got it on the pitch. And they bring him down, but not before he picks up the first. Good execution on the option.
Well, anytime you're down at halftime, you get your minds together, you try to make some adjustments, you try to get things heading in a better direction. This offense is off to a great start after this play right here.
Here comes a first down pass attempt. And the senior quarterback off target there, threw it behind him. What's the play call here on second down for this offense? Quarterback making some changes at the line. They look to throw it here on second down. And this pass is on target, caught. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time.
Well, Chris, you watch a completion like that, and with the efficiency, it makes you kind of think back to all the quarterbacks and receivers that they've had who made it look this easy. Of course, you start with Tom Brady, but think of the year Brian Greasy had in 1997, that national championship year. Chad Henne going back to Elvis Grbac and all the great receivers. So this is within their history, and it's good that they're leaning on it.
Second down after that run on the previous play. They're going to run it here. They bring him down to the 27. This offense really threatening now.
Well, just a great play by the running back here. Just finding his lanes and exploding through the gap when it opened up.
The Wolverines will line up on first and 10. And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. Got space, looking to score. Touchdown, Michigan. And they go in front here in the second half.
This is such a well-designed play here, Chris. The offensive line opens things up initially, but you can see the speed of the back and the effort by the receivers not to be selfish. These guys are blocking downfield. That's why he got that ball to the end zone.
Now the kickoff team is out on the field.
Returner goes out of bounds.
And the Wisconsin offense is back out on the field. They settled for 3 last time. Let's see what they can come up with this drive. Play action here on first down. Trying to extend the play. He's going to pull it down and run. That's a nice tackle there by the senior. Offense getting set. Second down play here. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. The pocket breaking down. The sack on the play could not escape the pass rush.
Well, how about the push up front by the big fellas here? And when you can get pressure like this, that's what separates good defenses from great defenses. And you think back to the Michigan teams, when they've been exceptional, they've had defensive line played just like that.
Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. Grab down the middle. It's Proctor. Takes it out to the 44. That's good for a first down. And the Badgers looking to crank up the tempo a bit. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Quarterback looking to scramble. Breaks loose at the 45. In a big game before he goes out of bounds, the offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs. And the Badgers pick up enough for a first down. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. He's going to be brought down by that ferocious pass rush. Nice sack.
If I'm on this offensive line, man, I do not want to see the game fall. This has been a tough game for the big boys. It appears almost like they've just been moonwalking the entire game.
Again, he's just trapped and sacked in the pocket.
This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle the pressure of this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of, Chris, get this, 7 sacks in this game so far.
Defense is coming after him. Hit just as he throws the ball. Incomplete. He was hit as he threw the football there on 3rd down. And the Badgers bring their punt team onto the field. He's got some daylight turning on the speed. They finally get him down, but that's a solid return. Good work by the return man. And the Michigan offense comes back out on the field. The last possession was just old school power football. Let's see if they can keep that going here. It's a jet sweep. Receiver trying to turn the corner. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
You know, I don't want to get away from a jet sweep. I think it's a good call. This one just didn't work out. So now you're way behind on the sticks.
Offense getting set up. Here's 2nd down. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. That's the running back who makes the catch across the middle. They stop the receiver, but that's a solid gain on that play.
One thing I love about this back is how he gets involved in the passing game. Nice catch here.
The catch makes it a more manageable 3rd down. Can he make it to the marker? Stop at the 43. This offense picks up another first down.
Boy, Chris, you cannot overstate how big of a conversion this was to be able to pick this up on the ground. Yeah, the offense still has the lead, but you can just feel the defense having all the momentum with the points they've been able to compile. And that run right there picks up a first down and can kind of settle things down a bit.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, Michigan 13, Wisconsin 10.
Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a 2nd down play. They try to run it with the option. Got the first down, now looking for more. Comes out of bounds after another big gain on the ground. This running game has been strong today.
Man, when your quarterback can run the football like this, it puts so much pressure on the defense. The defense coordinator spent all week preparing his unit to be able to stop this offense. But when this quarterback's able to pull it down and pick up yards like that, it's an extra headache for the defense to have to deal with.
On the play. Brings up second down.
Here's the second down play. Fakes the handoff, looking to throw. Incomplete. There's a marker down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So the holding penalty in the offense backs him up 10 yards. Getting set. Here's second down. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. Here's a shot toward the end zone. And he will score. Touchdown, Wolverines. How important was that touchdown, Kurt? It's now a two-possession game here in the second half.
It's a great job of this offense with their execution and having situational awareness here in the second half. They now have, as you said, Chris, this two-possession lead. They got a great chance to finish it off and get a win.
And it's fielded. Can the returner make something happen here? To be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. And here comes the Badgers offense back out on the field. They were forced to punt last time. Can they get this offense going finally? Get some points out of this possession. Quarterback moving out of the pocket, trying to create. He's hit as he throws it. And a flag flies as the pass falls incomplete. Let's see who this is on. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. Keeping it on the ground here. The junior able to bring him down quickly.
Well, the defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. The pass rush closing in. It's incomplete. That was caused by the defensive pressure. And now it brings up third down.
I mean, this defense is having their way with this offensive line. That poor quarterback doesn't have a chance. Every time he drops back to throw, he's getting earholed. You better make some adjustments up front to give your poor quarterback a chance.
Hit as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete. The offense stays on the field down multiple possessions. Easy choice. Fourth down, looking to throw for it. Fires it to the wideout. And is intercepted. Big takeaway, now looking for a big return. And he's going to score on the pick six. Touchdown, Michigan.
Well, it's just something freeing when you have this kind of lead and you can just turn the defense loose. Getting aggressive pays off for them here. They get the interception, and what athletic ability there to take it into the end zone for a touchdown.
And the point after is good. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. Fields it just outside the goal line. And there's a penalty marker down on the field. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Caught over the middle. It's McMillan.
And there's the tight end. I've been waiting to see him make a play, and this defense has done such a good job of eliminating him from being a factor in the game. I think it's a big reason that they have a nice lead. He finally makes an appearance for his first catch.
Tackle made at the 37. That's a solid gain. And the Badgers hustle to the line to run the hurry up. And looking to throw now on first down. Looking for his big tight end. It's pulled in, completion on a diving catch. It was a 1st and 10 play. And now the timeout is called by the defense. They've got some things to work out here. And the Badgers with 1st and 10 here. Looking to chuck it again. That one falls incomplete. Good defensive play. Brings up 2nd down.
Chris, I think the pressure is taking a toll on this quarterback. You can just tell the pass rush is affecting his progressions and his willingness to throw it away.
So after the incompletion, it's 2nd down. Quarterback drops back, bringing pressure. Got him for a sack. A big play made them one of the senior leaders of this defense.
Well, that takes the wind right out of your sails. This offense is trying to find a way to get back into this game, and another pressure and a sack against their quarterback.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. Looking to make a big play downfield. And he throws his 3rd interception of the day. And he'll be taken down, but after a good return.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into this game here in the 2nd half, and the defense comes up with a big turnover that could be the nail in the coffin.
And the Wolverines' offense is back on the field. They had a brilliant touchdown drive last time, mixing the run and the pass. Can they keep that going again? And the sophomore making an impact play.
Nothing is more gratifying for a defense to be able to sit back and play zone and still get pressure on the quarterback with your defensive front.
Tough position here, 2nd and long from their 11. Takes the snap and takes off on the run. And they bring him down after a solid gain, but it's still well short of the 1st down marker.
Well, we got a smart offensive coordinator on our hands today, Chris. Great job of just keep feeding this running back, keep it on the ground, working with the lead in the 4th quarter, force them to use all their timeouts, and just keep working that clock.
Defense stops him short of the marker, so now it's 4th down.
I'm a fan of any time you can get the ball into his hands. I think it's a win. Didn't go for a huge amount of yards, but it's the threat of what it potentially can do, and it gives him another opportunity to get his hands on the football.
No fair catch. He feels the punt. He's brought down, but a good effort to make something of that return. And the Wisconsin offense back out on the field. Well, this has been a disappointment. They've had their doors blown off here, just playing for pride at this point. Under heavy pressure, hit as he throws it. Another interception. That's number 4 today. Are you kidding me? And they finally bring him down. Great defensive play, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see if the takeaway stands. So that is a call to remember. The interception wiped away by a pass interference penalty. 1st down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Looking out throwing here to start the drive. Wow, that is interception number 4 today for this QB. Not much on the return, but the takeaway sets up the offense at the 41.
Well, that interception really about cost him the game here. And I understand. You got to do everything you can to get back in it, down by a couple scores. But the interception, for the most part, seals the deal for the defense.
1st down here for this offense. The offense with some pre-snap eye candy. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. And it's incomplete even on a 1st down throw. He was under some heavy pressure.
From the snap of the ball, it looked like he knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football. But the guy just had him blanketed, and he still tried to get the ball squeezed in there. I think he's got to do a better job of working through his progressions to find that open man.
Quarterback leaves the pocket on the move now. He's hit right as he throws it. Incomplete.
And I am so impressed with the athletic ability and speed of this defense. Quarterback does a pretty good job of keeping the play alive, scrambling off to his right. But that defensive speed and their aggressive nature get to him.
Pressure is coming. And he can't escape. It's a sack for the defense. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. And the Wolverines will have to kick this away. Offense goes backwards on this drive. He's on to punt it away now. And the returner brought down by the coverage team. Wisconsin offense is back out on the field. Remember, the last possession ended quickly. An interception on the first play. Let's see if they can do better here. Final minutes here. They'll throw it deep downfield. And that is interception number 5 as the nightmare performance continues. He's got some room and some blockers here. And he steps out after a nice return. What a momentum shifter this could be.
I just don't think there's anything else you can do as a play caller. You've got to be able to throw the ball downfield. You just got to hope that your quarterback and receivers can execute when the defense knows it's coming. Here, the interception cost them.
First down play call. How aggressive will it be? And the quarterback will take a knee. So this one is tucked away. Time for victory formation. And the quarterback just kneels down. They don't want to waste this good field position, but it's 3rd down and long. Well, here we are, midpoint of the season, and this group is still marching along undefeated, chasing a perfect record and getting a lot of